So Mike Tyson just had an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. at age 54. He's looking fantastic, in great shape. Everyone's been praising him, but a couple of years ago in 2018, here did a video. It was on the morning TV here, and the journalists just didn't really want to praise him too much. Let's have a look how long it took her to have a dig at Iron Mike Tyson.
Right, from an illiterate teenager to one of the greatest boxers the world has ever known.
Well, geez, that didn't last long, did it? From illiterate teenagers to she basically called him dumb. Saying that he wasn't really going to amount to anything. And I'll tell you what, Mike Tyson, he's street smart. You don't need to be academic smart. Look at this little smug look on her face, Natalie Barr. And I called the other guy her accomplice. He's just sitting there as well, smug as. It's like, but don't you worry, Mike Tyson owns them in the end. You have a listen to this. Here we go.
After 4 decades in the spotlight, Mike Tyson is used to making headlines.
Certainly is. It's no surprise he's raising eyebrows again, this time for starring role in a new Aussie TV ad.
Oh dear. Here we go.
Charismatic.
So I had to hit all the mates. And I get hitting means having sex with them. I know what you mean.
Controversial.
There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
So you can see here, they're setting him up totally. There's another interview in Australia on The Wolf of Wall Street, and I'll put the link up over there, and you can have a look at that after this one. It's really cool. He owns them too. It makes them look silly. These feminist journalists, they just look really silly when they put them down idols of the world.
And a world champion.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide-open punch.
Mike Tyson began his professional boxing career at just 18, and since then he's rarely been out of the media's glare. His latest venture is no different. Aussie car service franchise UltraTune has come under fire time and time again for its sexist TV commercials.
So that's her angle. Everything's sexist. Everything's needs to be put down. You know, put down the guys. That's basically Natalie Barr's operate Miranda here.
But it's a label the company has no problem addressing. The CEO says that the ad may make women look dumb, but they're not designed to offend, and it's just a bit of fun. Last year, Jean-Claude Van Damme fronted their campaign. Now, Mike Tyson is the star.
They're silly ads. It's just silly ads, and people remember them. That's the whole idea of an ad. You remember the product. Everyone remembers the UltraTune ads. And you know, these are sort of like the Kim Kardashian. Got a little Kim Kardashian look here, and you'll see here it's quite funny.
Tiger! No, I'm a kitty cat, silly. No, tiger!
They're funny.
Ladies,
Mike Tyson?
world champion.
Oh my God.
Have you ladies seen Francis? You know, my tiger, king of the jungle.
So there we go. So that sets it up. Now we get to the interview and see how Mike Tyson, the champion, handles Natalie Barr.
And joining us now is Mike Tyson from Las Vegas. Mike, thanks for your time as the greatest...
How are you doing?
I'm good. Now, as the greatest boxer in the world, you
right.
can work with
Give him some
anyone.
respect.
Why did you choose UltraTune?
Well, I choose UltraTune because Sean Buckley, who's a good friend of mine, who I met on a few occasions, who's a great starch sponsor and supporter of boxing in Australia, and I look forward to doing more work with his business.
So the UltraTune ads, you know, they get their fair share of complaints. What do you say to people who don't like them?
Hey, it's nothing to say. It's just a really awesome company, and I've done business with them before, and they seem like very honest people to me.
he sees, he keeps looking across it. I think he's got a handler there. It's like, say the right thing, Mike. He's doing great. Mike is just owning this interview, and yeah, totally owning Natalie here. She's trying to do the rope-a-dope on him, trying to get him into a corner and make him look bad, but Mike's shining through.
Do you think the ads are sexist?
No, this is good. This is good because he's got two choices. He's got to say no, and then she's going to try and educate him, or he's going to say yes, and then there's okay, they're sexist. Oh my god! So you see how he handles this is brilliant.
I can see the ad being a little sexist. No, yes.
No, yes.
And so does that bother you at all? You've got sort of scantily clad women, the big brave man coming to save the women. Does that worry you, starring in a obviously sexist ad?
No, because it's really all done in fun.
Bam! Oh dear, she's looking down. Oh my god, he's whacked me. Natalie is shot. Bye-bye, Natalie. Just gets worse for Natalie.
And people could look at it being sexist and probably have a little sexist to it, but it's not enough to make a big stink over it.
So we had to ask you, obviously, about Oprah's Golden Globe speech that's in the news this week. What?
She just keeps going. She's just got this agenda. She's trying to push this feminist agenda. It's like, what? Come on, Mike, give me something. I'm losing here. It's the first round and I'm just about to get knocked out.
Your take on it and also the MeToo campaign?
Hey,
So she's expecting Mike to say, I'm a male chauvinist, I don't like the MeToo movement. That's not what he says.
I never heard her speech yet. I didn't hear it.
Oh, didn't you? She talked about, empowering women. A lot of people are saying she's going to run for president of the United States. You've got a daughter.
Don't bring his daughter into it.
A lot of talk about, women standing up for themselves after the Harvey Weinstein scandal this year.
Look at the blatant look on his face. He's going, what are you doing? Why are you asking these silly questions, man? Let's talk about my boxing and my ads and my career after boxing.
Well, all that stuff is good. I think everything that Oprah's doing is good, and I think she should run for president.
So what do you think how do you think she'd go against Trump?
This is before Trump, obviously.
I don't know. She should try and find out.
So
I would vote for her.
So what do you think? How do you feel having a daughter in this age of the Harvey Weinstein scandal and then starring in an ad that's a bit sexist? Do you think that's a bit of a worry? Did you sort of think twice about that?
Nope.
No, didn't think twice about it. Because it wasn't offensive.
So what do you does your daughter talk to you about the women empowering movement that's been happening this year? What do you discuss it? Because it's pretty big in the news.
When my daughter's only 7 years old and she went...
BAM! My daughter's only 7 years old.
Be able to comprehend that right away right now.
She won't be able to comprehend it. She's 7 years old, Natalie. Leave him alone, man. She's going to force feminist ideals onto his 7-year-old daughter. She wants to listen to Play School and Sesame Street and stuff.
A good tennis player, I know. So what do you teach her?
Yes.
What do you sort of, talk to her about, in growing up?
Did you see that? Did anyone see that? I saw that. We'll just go back a few seconds here. You watch Mike has had enough. He starts shaking his head at this point, watch.
Do you teach her?
Yes.
What do you sort of, talk to her about, in growing up?
Oh my God, he has had enough. This is just, it's worth watching a couple of times. Here we go.
Talk to her about, in growing up.
Oh my God.
When I talk to her basically about discipline and learning to handle disappointment.
Yes.
Because she can't
Good
win
lessons.
them all. I have to explain that to her. anytime you want to be the best at anything in the world, there's always going to be some disappointments. And I'm trying to convey that to her.
Brilliant, brilliant, Mike. No, don't play the victim. Just do your best. Learn that it's going to be disappointments. That's brilliant lessons for Mike's daughter there. Let's see how Natalie thinks about that.
You had an amazing career.
So she didn't even compliment him on some great parental advice. Just keeps going on to the next one, onto the next subject, just try and win some points with Mike. But Mike's ahead on points, I think.
It was long, it was impressive. What would you describe as your highlight, but also your biggest regret now when you look back?
Hey, listen, I have really no regrets, and I don't have too many highlights. I don't think about my boxing career that much, but I don't have no regrets.
It's like giving her an uppercut there. Didn't see that one coming. Doesn't think about his boxing career. Check this out.
You don't look back and you don't sort of reminisce about your boxing career.
No, he doesn't.
Never, ever.
Really?
Never, really, telling you the truth.
Yeah, it's like most athletes. Like, I met Greg LeMond, and he's 3 times Tour de France champion. He doesn't really think about his career too much. He's too busy making excellent carbon fibre bikes now. It's very innovative. So yeah, people move on from their sporting careers. This was quite a few years ago.
Because that's what the world...
I think about the future.
Yes.
Because that's what the world knows you about, Iron Mike, winning all those world championships, the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. It sort of goes with your name.
But I've done other things. I've done movies,
Right.
I've done
Is there nothing
television,
over?
and that's where I want to stay, basically in that direction.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that you don't look back and reminisce.
No, I don't.
So what would you like to be remembered as?
This is brilliant.
I would just like to be remembered, that's all.
Well done, Mike.
For your movie career?
Just being known is just fine enough for me.
Okay.
Good
Well,
on
look,
him.
we thank you for your time. Mike Tyson, live from Las Vegas this morning.
Hey, don't...
This is a great finish. This. Because Mike knows that Natalie's probably going to get into a bit of trouble for talking to Mike like this.
From Las Vegas this morning.
Hey, don't worry about it. Lovely talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you, Mike. That's how you do an interview. When somebody is trying to put you down, you just half agree with it. You just agree with him. Like, he could have argued with her, and he just spoke eloquently. From the very beginning, put him down, like from an illiterate teenager to world champion. It's like, so patronising. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Have a look at. I've put the link up on the which side is it? That side of Jordan Belford. They did the same sort of deal with Jordan, tried to put him into a corner, and he had to fight his way out too. So have a look at that one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.